Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel today. Today I got the road bike over here. Going to be installing something very basic, something simple like most people who have a new road bike wouldn't think of. That's right, I'm installing a new bar tape on the road bike. This one here is from ESI Grips. This is their RCT, their road cyclocross and triathlon tape or wrap. I've run ESI Grips on my mountain bikes for a long time. This is actually a new product, as you can tell. I've had it for a little bit. Supposedly this is made of the same exact material that their mountain bike grips are made of. So I love those. Look forward to having this on the road bike. So I'll get you guys down here, show you what tools you need, and we'll get wrapping. Alright, so tools you're going to need, obviously pretty simple. First thing, you're going to need the bar wrap of your choice, whether you like cork, silicone, whatever type of wrap you want to get. Buy a pack of that, make sure it has both rolls in there. Second set, you're going to need a good pair of scissors, make sure they're nice and sharp. Going to be cutting that here, so make sure they're nice and sharp, otherwise it's going to be a pain. And lastly, I like to use electrical tape here. I'll show you what that's for at the end when we finish up wrapping the bars. Alright, so let's talk here. Why would you want to re-wrap your bars? First off, you just want to change the color. Obviously I'm going red. This is black on it now. It originally had white. That's going to be your first option. Second option, obviously, is going to wear out over time. It's just like a grip. It's going to wear out. Your hands are going to get kind of wear out. It's going to start to peel up a little bit. Sometimes at the ends, if you crash, it'll tear right at the end or on the side here. In my case, I'll try and get you guys focused on this here. Let's see if I can get it down there. If you look right down here, mine has actually started to mold. Molds right here, right on the tops. Not sure why it's molding, but then it's just old. But yeah, so that's why I'm changing mine. This is kind of the reason why I haven't really been the road bike very much lately. It just kind of keeps molding, and no matter how many times I wash it, it will not go away. So that's where we're going to change the bars, change the bar tape today. So I'll show you how to take this off first, and then we'll get started with a new one. Alright, so obviously the process is going to be the same for each side, so I'm just going to show you one side here. I'm going to do the other side off camera. So the first thing you're going to do, on your brake lever here, you have this hood, this kind of rubber hood around the outside. What you're going to do, you're going to flip that forward and kind of pull it up. That way it is out of the way of all of your bar tape there. Alright, first thing to get the bars off, you got your tape right here. I always finish mine up on the bottom here, so it's easy to grab and not easy for your thumb to grab. You can go ahead and unwrap this here. I use 2 layers. One's the finishing tape, and then the other one is actually just electrical tape. Let me find the end of this one here. Oh, it's nice and sticky. Let's see here. Alright, worst case, can't find the end of it. You get a pair of scissors here and you just cut it. I don't know where the end went. Get a little snip there. And this is really all that's, it's kind of the main thing holding your tape on. Is the electrical tape right there. So get that off of there. You can tell it's nice and stuck to the actual bar tape. So here, take that off. Cool. And then after that, all you're gonna do, go around here. What is on the bottom of here? Okay, I'm just gonna go around here. Oh, this is my. I think I have something under the bars. I think I forgot I put this on there. Let me see. So on mine, one of the first upgrades I did was I put this called a specialized, I think it was the bar fat or fat bar tape or something. I'll post a link in the description for it. I like the tape. It came with this kind of silicone, I don't know what it is, whatever this kind of stuff is. It just helps pad the bars a little bit more. Kind of had issues with my hands going numb when I first started riding a road bike. So if you want to get that, you can get that. It's a little goopy right now. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to try just the ESI Grip RCT Wrap just by itself. I'm going to keep this off to the side. I think I might just get new ones if I want to put them back on. It kind of stinks, so I'm going to put it off to the side. If you want to go that way, it works. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It definitely helped me. Definitely helped my hands, and it's really comfortable too. But I'm taking it off. So if you have this, just peel it off. Otherwise, since I had this, as you can see, I'll show you right here. You can see it kind of left these lines here. So that's residue from the bar tape itself. That's a little sticky. Some bar tapes have this little sticky patch on the back that helps hold them on. So if you have that on the bars, just get some like Dawn dish soap and kind of scrub it off. It'll come right off, no problem at all. Sometimes you can just kind of wipe it off like that there. All right, so this is a good time if you've ever felt like your brake lever's in the wrong position, or you felt like it's a little too high, a little too low. This is your time to move it. A lot of them you're going to find if you pull it down, there's a 5mm screw down here. Mine on this case is on the side, right under here, under the hood, right down here. So this is your time to make those adjustments before you wrap your bars. Makes it a lot easier, makes you have a lot more adjustment. I mean, you could spin them all around your bars if you wanted to. So a lot more adjustment there. All right, so another thing to think about, you'll notice if you take yours off, there's a lot of times like a clear piece of tape, or this might even be loose, your actual cables. I just have one. My cables go outside here for the shifter cables, just based on the shifters I have. A lot of times you have your shifter and your brake cables running under your bar tape. There's a clear piece of tape and it is broken or looks like it's getting broken. I recommend getting some of that electrical tape we talked about earlier. Start wrapping it and then pull it tight as you go around. It's going to make a nice tight seal. It's going to make sure it holds it nice and tight against the bars. I think I went around like 3 times on this to make sure it was holding still. Did the same thing on the other side. Highly recommend doing that if it's your, so has that clear tape on there. Some bars have kind of an indentation that they're supposed to sit in there, so make sure your cables are sitting in that indentation where they're supposed to be. All right, so now comes the fun part, wrapping your bars. If you have a colored tape, make sure you wash your hands first. If you've been doing other work on your bike or anything like that, make sure you wash your hands. You don't want all your new tape to be all dirty and greasy just putting it on. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start down here at the bar end itself. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to do this here, tuck that up right there. So what you're gonna do, this one happens to have a beveled edge on here. Just like so. I don't know if you can kind of see that on camera. So it bevels off right there. So what you're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stick that beveled edge just off of the edge. And we're going to start a little bit up here. And then we're going to pull gently tight, gently snug. Not too crazy tight like you're going to rip it, but nicely snug. And then we're going to start just slowly overlapping. And you're going to overlap on that bezel each time. This one's actually really nice having that bezel there, the bevel there. And so you're just going to nicely overlap on that bevel every time. You want to make sure you're spacing relatively equal as you go across. It is starting to rain. I think we're actually good where we're at. All right, so we're going to keep going. So as I said, you just want to make sure it's nice and kind of, generally keep it nice and the spacing generally pretty even as you go across. Otherwise it's going to be too thick and you're not going to have enough to finish the actual bars. Just keep on going. You want to make sure you keep a constant tension on it. Otherwise it's going to start to unravel, yeah. And some bars, like I said, some tapes you have a sticky stuff on the back, but this one, it's just held on by a tension itself. So as you get to this curve here, it gets a little bit more complicated. You want to make sure that's nice and smooth against the bars as you go around. If it kind of bubbles up, it's gonna end up peeling your tape off in the long run. Make sure it's nice and snug. And it's gonna start getting tight on one side, but get bigger on the other side. So make sure you keep that going good. All right. So as we get up here to the hood, to your actual brake lever, it's called your hood right here, this little hood piece. So some tapes are going to have a little piece that can go pretty much on the back side of here, and that helps cover up any holes that the tape might leave open. This one I have a little piece. It's a little tiny short piece. Looks similar to that right there. This little piece actually goes on the top here, like so, and that's just to add extra cushion under the hood itself. That's where you spend most of your time riding. So that was interesting. I've never actually had one there you have to put under the hood. So that goes there. And then as you get to this hood, obviously if you go wrap like you've been wrapping, it's going to not be as smooth as it is down here, just because there's this big kind of shifter in the way. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna wrap one more time here, make sure it's nice and closed around the bottom here, like so. All right. And then what we're gonna do, is we're gonna come behind here. What you're gonna end up doing a figure 8. So you're gonna come up on top of the hood, like so. Make sure you tuck it in there. So good. Come back, Make an X around the back. I lied, not around the back, around the front, like so. Make an X around the front, overlap right there, and come right back up to the top here, just like so. Alright, just like so, hold that piece down there. And what you're going to want to do, you just want to inspect. So you can see I've left a little hole here. And there's also a hole on the other side, a bigger hole on the other side. So what you want to do, you want to inspect those. So you want to make sure you cover those with your figure 8 you're working on. Let's see here, so let me, see what I meant? Don't let go, it'll just unravel on you. Okay, so I'm going to try and fix this here, I guess as good as I can. Into it up here. Normally do a couple wraps up on top here. That way it will hold itself in place. And then go look. Let's see how good this is looking. That actually looks really good. That looks really good. Alright, once you're done, you can kind of close the hood out and put the hood back. That'll help hold it in place, not have it unravel. Alright, so then we come right back up to the top here, and we just keep on going, keep making sure they're nice and even. As you can tell, all on here is pretty even. You can tell it gets a little bit smaller as you get around the curve. So we just keep on going right up here. So that's going to be pretty close from me there. That should be good. So I ride right about here, so don't go all the way in. That should be just about right for me. So one thing you do want to think about while you're wrapping your bars is the tighter you wrap, obviously the less padding there's going to be. However, the looser you wrap, the less tape there's going to be. So you can see where I'm at right now, kind of at the end. I have no more tape here. If you look really close, try and zoom in. This is where the tape ended before. This is where this one ends. And this one ends right about here. So that's right about the same spot as my last one ended. So that is going to be perfect for me. As you can see, I rest my hand right here, down here, and up on the hood. Oh, dang, that is freaking comfy. That is soft. I like that. That's really comfortable. Okay, it's cool. All right, so we'll take you to the next step here on what you do with the end. Obviously, you got your end. What are you going to do with it? Just going to hang here? You're just going to let it go? Okay, so you're at the end here. So I'm going to try and zoom this in for you guys so you can see the best you can. So what you want to do, you want to make this a straight edge here. So what you're going to do so that when you wrap and you finish it off, it's going to be nice and straight on the end. It's not going to stick out, look ugly, anything like that. So what you're going to do, you're going to get your nice sharp pair of scissors here. You're going to start right up here. You want it even. So look at this line right here, and you want that even right here. You want to cut it nicely right along that line so that when you wrap it and finish it up, it's going to look perfect. So we'll get this. I kind of started it already to make sure I could line it up right. You're going to just nicely do that, and then you want to make sure you grab the right end, not the end you're cutting off, otherwise it'll unravel. You nicely kind of trim this off here. Cool. So you got trim nice and even, nice and smooth right there. So that's going to end it perfectly. All right. So at this point, this is where you grab your trusty dusty electrical tape here. This is an extra step. This is something I like to do. It's the way I learned how to wrap bars in the first place. So this is the way I like to do it. So what you're going to do, you're going to get your electrical tape here. You're going to start to peel it off a little bit. And then we're going to not drop it on the dirt. You're going to grab it, you're going to stick it right to the end here, and you want it about half and half. So half on the bars, half on your tape. And then what you're going to do, you're going to, it's the same way as you did your cables at the beginning. You're going to pull this forward. Make sure you go evenly around here. Just like so. And you want to pull it tight so it makes a tight seal. Here at the end, it's not going to come loose or anything. Nice and tight. I normally do about three times around just to make sure it's nice and sticky on there. All right. Then we get to the end here. Get your scissors again, and I like to cut mine so that it ends on the bottom. That way you're not gonna actually hit it with your fingers or anything on the top. Not gonna get caught on anything easily. And then you finish it right there. So if you want, you can leave your bar just like that. Looks good, looks nice and clean. Most bar manufacturers are gonna use a kind of a thin strip of, you know, tape or, you know, similar tape to electrical tape on here. So with mine, we're just gonna kind of nicely wrap it up. Finish it on the bottom. Oh, that looks good. I like that. I like this stuff. I want more of this. All right, so last thing you got right here at the bottom. Obviously you got your kind of extra tape right here at the end. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna kind of shove all of that into this hole somehow. Boom, perfect. There you go, just snug that right up in there. That'll hold the end there. And you got your bars wrapped. All right, so there's your nice before and after of wrapping bars. I like this. It's nice and soft. It's actually softer than the stuff I had before. Overall, works great. Like I said, it's just trial and error. So as you practice, as you do it a couple times, you're gonna get better at it. If it's your first time wrapping bars and you get the stuff with the sticky line on the back, let me see if I can show you on the old tape here. So you have the sticky line here that is a, you know, a piece that you can take off. If you're doing it your first time, don't do it with that on there. Take some time, practice it, especially if you are a perfectionist and you want it to look really good. Practice a couple times out with that backing still on there so you don't stick it to your bars. Just practice a few times to make sure it looks good. Once you got it down and you kind of know what you're doing, take the backing off, do it for your final time, make it look really good. If you're using this stuff, I like it. It works really good. It's really stretchy. I don't remember this, this stuff over here, it stretches. It stretches a fair amount. This one, you got a lot more control of, the padding you have and everything like that. This is actually really nice. I like this. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by how nice my new tape is. So, that's how that works. Let me wrap the other side here real quick. I'll show you the finished product here. All right, so my camera cut out there, but I did get the bars all wrapped. Got my other side, this other side wrapped here. This side was a pain in the butt. I'm not sure what was going on with here, but this side just at the beginning was a pain. So like I said, just practice, take your time. It is gonna take a little bit, especially if it's your first time. Even if you've done it a million times, it's gonna take you a little bit sometimes. Sometimes the tape or the bars just don't wanna work with you. This one just wouldn't get just the right length, so I had to kind of back it all the way off, tighten it up, do it all over again, make sure it's the correct length for it to work. So take your time, make sure you get it all working. I like this tape a lot. It's nice and comfortable, nice and soft. The other stuff is definitely old. I think it's about about 3.5 years old, so it's pretty old. But yeah, I like it. Check them out. This is ESI RCT Wrap. I'll post a link in the description below. Take a look at them. They have all sorts of different colors. Any color bike you got, they're gonna have a color to match it. If you want to go black, white, they got it. Take a look at them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned how to wrap your bars properly. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like this one, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. Enjoy having you guys on the channel here watching these videos. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.